Time to clean up after snaky boo-boo.
Welcome back to Family Tanks. I'm Zosia.
I'm Scott.
And today we'll be cleaning Lucius's tank.
Time to clean up after snaky boo-boo. So I guess what do you call this video? We'll call this video how to service your snake?
No,
Snake
that sounds
maintenance?
too professional.
How to change the oil in your snake?
No, it should be how to clean your snake's tank.
How to oil your snake. How to spruce up your snake's life.
Well, let's just get started.
Alright, well we're gonna get going, so let's clean it, right?
Yes.
Let's do it. Alright, so should get to it. Tell us what you're doing as you do it.
I'm taking out Lucius. I'm
Yes.
taking off his clips first.
And we gotta open it up and take the clippity clips off, right?
There you go.
Good job. And let's take a look at Lucius. Show him to the camera for a little bit. He hasn't been a star in a video in a while, huh?
Look at him.
Yeah?
I love him so much.
Yeah, he's a good buddy. And he has been he's a good eater. And he's very docile and he's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's a shed soon because he hasn't shed in a while.
Yeah, fair enough. So where are you going to stick him while we clean the cage?
Or clean the bucket.
We're going to clean the bucket.
No, we aren't.
Oh, you're going to put him in a bucket.
Yes, not gonna
Yep,
clean it.
exactly. So go ahead and put him down in there.
It might be a little wet.
It's just a regular clean bucket, and then
Sorry,
we
buddy.
have a lid with holes in it, right?
Okay, now it'll just...
And go ahead and push that in so it's somewhat attached. Yep, there you go. All right, moving on to the next step. He'll be just fine in there while we finish up his cage.
Okay, let's lay some stuff out.
Okay, where are you going to put the stuff when you take it out?
I'm just put it on the thing. I just lay it down, which is...
On the lid, right?
Hmm?
Good idea.
Coconut. Oh, no.
That is Lucius's favorite little hide, isn't it?
It's so...
We got that when he was tiny. It's this little like plaster coconut. We bought it at a pet store. We got it when he was tiny, and he still crams himself into it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's such a silly goose.
He loves that coconut.
It's like everyone else's like childhood blanket or something.
I know, that's his whoopee.
Okay.
It's a snake whoopee.
What's a whoopee?
Whoopee, oh, okay. That's an 80s movie reference, but it's like a security blanket. That's his like favorite toy.
Yes. Because you get to clean the water bottles ever so often, or else it gets like a residue that's slimy.
Exactly. You should really clean out the water bowl about once a week. And make sure you're keeping it full too, but once a week at most, just to make sure it's nice and fresh, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get all that stuff out.
Scoop, scoop, scoop.
Time to scoop the stuff out. Hey, wouldn't it be easier if you just moved those lights out of the way?
That makes a lot of sense.
All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So the way we built this light bar is you can just kind of scooch them out of the way. And that makes life a lot easier, right?
Yes, but don't touch that hot lamp. It's our heat lamp.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the heat lamp.
It's the
And
heat
just
lamp.
dump it in the trash, that's it.
I'm still hold my foot there.
Yeah. Scoopity scoop scoop.
That's a weak scoop.
Come on, get a good scoop. Monster scoop. Yeah. Legit scoop. So we spot clean, don't we, in between full cleanings?
Yes.
So we pick up any poop that we see and things like that, and the coconut fiber, we make sure it stays a little bit moist, so it has some humidity in there and all that good stuff, but periodically you want to go through and change all of it, and that's what we're doing today. We've got some new coconut fiber hydrated and ready to go, and we just have to scoop out all the old and clean up the tank and reassemble it. And
the funny thing is, actually, the wet area is actually cleaner, easier to clean up.
See? Go figure. Scooping is done, so now we gotta get the rest of that stuff out of there, right? Yeah, so just push it all to one side, kind of. Yeah, exactly. Get it out of the corners and everywhere. You can kind of ball it up and get it out of the corners. If you push it all into one area, it's pretty easy to pick up.
Yeah.
You can sometimes undo everything and take it outside and hose it out. It's kind of a crummy day, and we have other ways of cleaning this, so we're not doing that today.
What is this underneath here?
That is something we put down there to help create a little bit of additional insulation to keep the enclosure warm. It's a little piece of foam board. But you notice we don't have it all the way where the heat mat is because heat mat, of course, gets hot. And you don't
We
want
don't
that
burn
coming
it,
in contact
so.
with anything like that.
Actually, that looks really good right here.
You're getting there.
Ooh, sounds.
Okay, let's get to spritzing. Yep, it's just regular distilled water, right? Well, this is RODI water because we use it on the reef tank. But distilled water or any purified water that doesn't have minerals in it is what you want.
Let's hope there's no minerals.
And why are you spraying against the side? Tell everybody what you're doing.
So I'm gonna push out all the extra dirt. You can see it like flowing out right here.
Exactly, it kind of pushes it down. Alright, so grab some paper towels and then you kind of wipe it up. And you're going to start from the top and work your way down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and why do you do that?
Satisfying.
It is satisfying.
Well, it makes sense.
Because the bottom's the dirtiest part now. We just washed all the dirt down to the bottom, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Okay.
We got some isopropyl.
We wiped it all out, and then you've got some alcohol, just some regular isopropyl rubbing alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have that on a paper towel, and you're just lightly wiping down all the surfaces inside, everywhere. Make sure you get everything. And that just kind of helps sterilize it a little bit and also takes off any water spots or dirt. It works kind of like Windex, doesn't it?
Yep.
Except when this evaporates, it's
not
completely
toxic.
gone. Yep, exactly. It's completely gone and won't hurt anything. Now, of course, you do want to make sure it's aired out. If the tank still smells like alcohol, then you need to air it out more or wipe it down more before you put your snake back, right?
Yes.
Right out.
Look at that. You can see the
Dirt. Yep, keep going.
Ready? Steady?
Yep.
And I like sound effects.
Sound effects are super important in life. Okay? So you get some fresh alcohol in there, and check this out. You can also clean the spots off the front of the glass with that as well, right? It works awesome. And it evaporates off, and it doesn't have any weird chemicals in it, like Windex or anything like that. And once this evaporates, it is totally gone, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Coconut fiber.
Coconut fiber. I'm just going to dump this in to make life a little easier for everybody.
Or we just make a big mess. I'm hoping not. That's the world's vacuum use then.
Yeah, we're all right. We're all right.
It looks like an anthill.
It does kind of. A little lump here. We'll put a little bit more in, I think. And this has already been pre-moisturized, so we soaked a little bit of water into it. That helps hold the humidity for Snaky Boo Boo.
Yep.
Right?
And the humider. I'm not.
Humider.
I'm just saying random stuff.
More
now.
humid.
The feather. What am I
I don't
saying?
know if there's a humider word, is there? I think more humid. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Although I kind of like humider. I think we should make that. You should patent that, Zosia.
Yes.
That's your word now. But there you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to put the rest together now.
Yep. Time to put back our newly cleaned bowl and the rest of our items.
So while you do that, why don't you explain to everybody what you did to the bowl to clean it?
I just went in my bathtub and we put some water. I rub it and get all the greasy, slimy thing.
Yeah, there's like a slimy feel to it, isn't it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of weird taste.
Do you know what that slimy feel is? Do you know what that is?
Residue?
It's bacteria.
I just...
Yeah. It's actually a residue of bacteria or a biofilm that ends up on the water, the surfaces of the water bowl. So it's important to kind of use your hand or a paper towel or something and sort of rub that away. And why did you do it in your bathtub instead of your normal sink?
We don't want germs in my sink, I guess.
Exactly. It's just the safer place. If you have a deep sink or something or do it outside, that's probably better. Because at the end of the day, snakes can carry some germs like salmonella and stuff that we definitely don't want. But then once you clean everything out, and wipe everything down, you just kind of put it all back together, right?
Coconut.
Coconut.
And...
He loves that coconut.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but this coconut is like the snake crib.
The snake rib.
He's just, he loves his coconut.
Now, put this little rock here.
Yeah, and you're putting that right over top of the heat mat, aren't you?
Yep.
And that makes for his warm hide. He likes to go under there, and then right underneath that, it gets nice and warm, right?
I might move it a little bit lower so he has more hiding.
Yeah, because he'll actually burrow down in that substrate a little bit,
He
too.
goes like right here.
Yep, perfect.
Well, I think
Well, it looks pretty snappy, right?
Lucius is ready to go in. Wait.
In just a moment. We have a couple more details.
We need to add water.
Well, we need to add water, and we have to put his thermometer in and the heat probe for the
Let's do
thermostat.
I think the heat probe is something that we should do.
Yep. And put that down underneath his hide so it's sticking out just at the opening. So you probably want to lift the hide up.
Yeah, I'm just sticking out on this.
There you go. Yeah, just use the suction cup. Perfect. And then kind of stick it underneath there. And it should be sitting exactly right there. And the reason why we have it sitting right there, let's explain that, is that's the point where the heat mat radiating heat from beneath and the heat lamp that we have hooked to the same thermostat radiating heat from the top meet, so to speak. So that's the most potentially hot place in the enclosure. And that's what we try to set at about 90 degrees.
I buried it a little bit. So.
Perfect. Yep, but you can still kind of see the probe there, and that is absolutely perfect. Great job, Zosia.
Next up is the thermometer.
Yes, the thermometer is sitting right there next to the letter S. For snaky boo-boo.
Yes.
And go ahead and stick that to the back. And this is just an additional thermometer that gives us a read on the ambient temperature as well as the humidity.
I just bumped into you.
That's okay. That's okay. Here, I'll give you a little secret on how to use that suction cup. Take a little water on your finger. There should be some water in the bowl. And make the suction cup wet. Yep, now try it again. Bam.
After a long adventure, we found the water.
You've walked to the watering hole. So why are you using a cup, Zosia?
Okay, over the time of... That's silly for Mom.
That's okay. We'll get it back on there in a second. Go ahead and explain about the water.
So, after a time just trying to fill up this bowl and then bring it over back to here, his hide. Oh, it's so difficult.
Because it's wide and flat, right? So it spills all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier to put the bowl in empty and fill it with a cup, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think we need a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more so he has good, nice water.
More scavenge to water.
All right. Go to the watering hole, dear.
We found water!
Back after a 5-hour trip to the watering hole.
Let's hope it's not 5 hours, though. That's a long time.
No, 5 seconds is more like it. But nevertheless. All right. So what's next?
Lucius!
Time to put Snaky Boo Boo back. He's like, man, this is going to be awesome. There you go.
Oh, hi, Lucius.
All right. Time to... Oh, Snaky Boo Boo. And he goes back into his wonderful world of whatever. He's so handsome.
I really love him.
He's a good guy.
I know he's so much bigger, though.
He is growing up.
Oh, he's growing up.
And he's going to check out his new digs. That new coconut fiber is probably like, oh, this smells different.
Yeah.
This smells fresh and woody.
Woody.
All right. And then just go ahead and fasten the top again, Zosia.
Clip. Clip.
Yep, we have clips on all 4 corners.
Make sure you don't escape.
Yes, we don't need any escapey snakies.
Then you have a snake.
However cool your mom is about having the snake, I think if you got out, she'd probably be a lot less cool all of a sudden. Done! Da-da! Good job, Zosia.
Yes.
You have now serviced your snake.
Oh, wow.
Snake service.
This tank looks so good.
Yeah, and it looks good. So you can see it's all clean, all sharp. Lucius is back there checking stuff out.
Mm-hmm. He's
doing whatever snakes do. And pretty good, right?
Yes.
So hey, make sure to like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Help support us. We'll do more stuff. We're doing what in the future? We're doing a dart frog build, aren't we?
Yes, we might.
We already have 2, but we're going to do a big possible double vivarium build coming up pretty soon. That's our next big project, right?
Yes.
And more stuff on the reef tank, more stuff on the planet tank, and more stuff on the frogs named
Vernon and Petunia.
Vernon and Petunia. So thank you so much, guys, and we'll catch you next time.